Hi, I'm George King. I'm a documentary filmmaker based in Atlanta, and for the past 23 years I've been following Lonnie around with a camera. He's a remarkable artist and musician, but also a historian of Black culture, folkways, a chef, a teacher, an environmentalist, and a remarkable human being. So congratulations, Lonnie.
A lot of people say, what is that mess? Why you make a mess out of everything? I don't really be making a mess. I be taking the mess that is and trying to reveal this is the mess that humans have made.
Lonnie can take the castaway pieces of culture and find beauty in those pieces, but find also a way to bring them together to create great art.
The harvest is plentiful, but the harvesters are few.
My art were the sponge for a lot of that. I didn't want to keep this inside of me. I really didn't. After going through so much in Birmingham, I realized if I don't get out of here, I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Combustion do matter. Combustion do matter. Combustion do matter.
Thanks. Thumbs up for Mother Universe, ladies and gentlemen. Thumbs up for Mother Universe.
Hello, my name is Robert Johnson, and I'd like to thank Intuit for inviting me to their 2020 Visionary Ball and their 29 years of supporting artists. In these difficult times, it's more important than ever to support Intuit.
Hello, my name is Sandro. I'm a photographer, director, and fine artist out of here, out of our great city of Chicago. What better to spend your cash on than buying a piece of art and supporting our wonderful museum, Intuit? So, bid at bidpal.net/Intuit, okay? Bid on these pieces, bid high, help the museum out, help keep Intuit in our city of Chicago, and be healthy, be safe, and enjoy life. Peace.
Hello everyone, and greetings from Uptown Chicago. I'm Wayne Johnson, one of last year's co-hosts of the Visionary Gala. I'm so sorry we can't all be together again this year, but I hope we're all staying safe, and I look forward to all of us being together in 2021. Intuit Gallery's been around for 29 years, and I'm happy to say the doors have reopened during the pandemic with limited hours, so please be sure to stop in. Also, a big thanks to Stacey Wells and Michelle Woods, who are co-chairs of this year's virtual event. They've done an incredible job, especially with the challenges we're all facing with this new normal that we're living today. And big congratulations to this year's Visionary Award winner, Lonnie. What an extraordinary artist and amazing gift to the world this man is. His artistry, his music, I'm just in awe of everything this man has been able to accomplish. So congratulations.
Hi, I'm Stacey Wells, and I serve on the board of directors for Intuit, and I'm Michelle's co-chair for tonight's event. Thank you for joining us this evening. I support Intuit because I'm drawn to the courage and the vision of outsider artists, many of whom struggled with poverty and have been challenged by racial discrimination. Oftentimes they cope with emotional or physical challenges. I find their work so raw and powerful. Today I'm standing in front of Mr. Imagination's grotto. He titled this piece of art Meditation because of the peace it brought to people upon entering. His vision for the grotto was that it would bring hope and possibilities to mankind. It's the perfect setting for the kickoff of our Visionary Ball this year. It's consistent with Intuit's mission to celebrate the power of outsider art. The mission of Intuit is grounded in the ethos that art can be found anywhere and could be made by anyone. The instinct to create is universal. And now I'll turn it over to Michelle, who will tell you more about our program.
So tonight is going to be unusual, so thank you for joining us. Stacy and I would really want to thank our wonderful Gala committee and of course the creative and inspired staff of Intuit. And speaking of the staff of Intuit, I really want to congratulate them all for working so hard this year. With the museum closing back in March, they really had to come up with some interesting ways to create virtual programming which could keep us all in touch with Intuit, our favorite little museum. And I'm delighted to be able to introduce you to Deb Carr.
Thank you, Michelle and Stacy. And thanks to Chicago Youth Center's CEO, Kevin Cherup, for providing access to the Mr. Imagination Grotto. Such a fitting place to have the welcome since Mr. Imagination was a friend and fellow artist with Lonnie Holly. This has been an extraordinary year. First, let's acknowledge there has been loss in our lives, whether due to COVID or the ravages of systemic racism in our society. Tonight, I expected to be with supporters in person. However, with technology, we are able to be joined instead by supporters across the country, ranging from founders and longtime friends to new friends and members of our Young Professionals Board. Hello to friends at the Admiral at the Lake who are gathered safely together to watch tonight. But the extraordinary nature of this year has also brought opportunities for Intuit. When the museum first closed in March, our amazing board, Vivian Society Life Trustees, our International Strategic Advisory Council demonstrated their leadership, and they and so many other donors ensured we had the funds to keep our staff employed. Thank you. And keeping our staff meant continuing to meet the mission, pivoting from our successful model of intimate, in-person experiences to virtual, online experiences, also intimate with those artists and their art. It meant rethinking how we deliver our 25-year-old teacher fellowship program so we could give teachers what they need right now in their changing classrooms. It meant expanding, not shrinking, the Intuit Summer Youth Program. It means revisiting everything we do through an anti-racism lens. It means we're bringing you a program tonight like none we've ever done before, and I'm so excited about that. Up next, we have some clips from friends to make you smile, go in-depth on outsider art with author and curator Lisa Runquist, hear from Intuit member Gary Metzner of Sotheby's, and catch special appearances by Mayor Lori Lightfoot and Senator Dick Durbin. Participate as we go along, make a donation of any size, and bid on our silent auction items. Thank you to all those who donated these beautiful auction items. You'll need your phone, tablet, or computer. You can see on the corner of the screen the web link, or you can text to 243-725 and write Intuit as your message to have the link pop up to bid or donate. If you need help, call 312-624-9487. Next up is my dear friend Martha Henry, independent curator, art advisor, and friend to Mr. Imagination and Lonnie Holly.
Thank you, Deb, and hello to friends and supporters of Intuit. I am Martha Henry, and I am honored to introduce this year's recipient of Intuit's Visionary Award, given to a great artist and human, Lonnie Bradley Holly. As a multidisciplinary artist, a poet, and a musician, Lonnie is fluent in every available genre, including painting, drawing, and printmaking, sculpture and installation, photography, performance, and sound art. He communicates his ideas about technology and industrialization, Mother Nature and natural disasters, the strength of the bond of a mother with her child, and honoring his ancestors through transmitting the knowledge that is inherent in his art. Lonnie's approach to making art, like his music, is improvisational and playful. His finished work is distinguished by its elegant restraint and balance, its intellect, wit, and sophistication. His art has been compared to that of other groundbreaking 20th century artists like Joseph Beuys, Robert Rauschenberg, Sarah Z., David Hammonds, Sigmar Polke, and Ed and Nancy Keenholz, just to name a few. Lonnie's titles for his art and songs are pure poetry. Listening to him explain their meanings is to take an oratory voyage with the artist through the past, into the future, and back to the now. Lonnie was born the seventh son of his mother's 27 children in Birmingham, Alabama. There is an old Southern folk belief that the seventh son is blessed with mystical gifts and healing powers, which is borne out in Lonnie's art and music. He has suffered devastating losses during his life, giving his creative expression a profound depth. Exercising his due power, Lonnie connects to a higher energy source, out of which flows an immense, seemingly endless production of creativity. He's been called a magic man, and those artists and musicians who have had the good fortune to meet him say their lives have been changed. I know mine has. From his humble beginnings and against great odds, Lonnie Holley is a world-renowned artist and musician. His work is exhibited in galleries, art fairs, and museums, and he performs his music all over the world. His art is in the collections of many of the most important museums in the U.S., and 2 of his albums were included in the top 10 albums for the years 2013 and 2018. Lonnie, I wish we could all be together in person to celebrate your extraordinary life and achievements. Congratulations, and thank you so much for keeping a record of it. Thumbs up for Mother Universe. Now, please welcome Lonnie Holley and Matt Arnett. Thank you.
My name is Matt Arnett, and I'm honored to be here back in Chicago at Intuit with my friend Lonnie Holley. Lonnie has been a visionary for far longer than there were galleries and museums to honor such people. And Lonnie is starting to get the recognition that is long overdue for a career that's really unparalleled. But it's worth pointing out that Intuit has been far ahead of most other institutions in recognizing Lonnie's genius.
I would like to say thanks to Intuit also for this award. This has always been a special place in Chicago, Illinois for me because of the human traffic, as one would say, what it is that we can learn from the materials that humans use. And I can appreciate the award.
Lonnie, welcome to Chicago and welcome back to Intuit, the Center for Intuitive and Outsider Art. We're so excited to have you here in person for this special award presentation. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Intuit, I present you, Lonnie Holley, with the 2020 Visionary Award in honor of your service to self-taught and outsider art over the years. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and for being here today.
Thank you. Thank Intuit. Thank all the members, staff, and your support.
I have a special gift for you. I'd like to bring on David Sisko, who's a Chicago-based artist. And David has a piece in your honor as our gift to you.
Well, thank you, David.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and I'm honored to welcome you to this year's Intuit Visionary Gala. As many of you know, Chicago was the first city in the country to recognize outsider art as a legitimate genre. And because of that, Intuit was able to open its doors in our great city. Museums like Intuit are critical to our cultural infrastructure because it provides a welcoming space for all people, no matter their experiences or how they identify, to enjoy art and leave inspired, educated, and connected. I appreciate Intuit Executive Director Deb Carr for fostering this space, as well as working diligently on our city's task force to create COVID-19 guidelines for museums. Now, with that said, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate artist, educator, and musician Lonnie Holly on receiving the Visionary Award tonight and recognizing his tremendous contribution to the genre of outsider art. I also want to congratulate my friend and Intuit founding member, Cleo Wilson, for continuing to collaborate with board and community members to make Intuit the world-class museum it is today. And finally, congratulations to the entire team at Intuit for bringing intimate art and learning experience to teenagers, teachers, and art lovers online, engaging audiences across the country and around the world. Thank you all, and please continue to be safe.
Thank you, Mayor Lightfoot. Thank you, Martha Henry, artist David Sisko, Matt Arnett, and especially Lonnie Holly. I thank the Board of Directors, led this year by Tracy Holmes, and their enthusiastic nomination of Lonnie for this award. Their incredible support and leadership this year, and the time and talent they lend, such as the production support we have tonight from Vivian Society member Ralph Concepcion and his team at Ravenswood Events. My thanks go to Victor Keene, who generously allowed us to keep part of his collection here on exhibition so our guests can see it now that we've reopened. And I give big thank yous to the entire staff and volunteer team at Intuit, with a shout out tonight to Julie Blake, Christina Stavros, videographer Noah Manalo, designer Noura Husseini, and most of all, development manager Anne-Claire Fosnock, who choreographed it all. Thanks, Claire. Now, please continue to bid or donate using your phone, tablet, or computer. You can see on the corner of the screen the web link and text instructions. If you need help or don't have a device, call 312-624-9487. Next, more messages from friends to make you smile, a video featuring our Intuit teens, and some insights into the field of outsider art from Professor Lisa Runquist of the University of North Carolina at Asheville, curator of Intuit's exhibition Betwixt and Between, Henry Darger's Vivian Girls, and author of the forthcoming book, The Power and Fluidity of Gender in Henry Darger's Art.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Craig, one of the co-founders of Intuit, and I'm here to share this piece with you that's part of our auction for our Visionary Ball. It's a piece of 4 tiles by Jerry Gretzinger. Jerry did a huge map that we exhibited here at Intuit, and it took up the entire gallery, floor to ceiling, and the entire, what would that be, north wall. Amazing, and this is available, this beautiful framed edition is available. You can bid on it now at the Visionary Ball website.
Hello Intuit, Naomi Beckwith here from the Duro Lowu Seeing Chicago exhibition. You've lent so many treasures from your collection to this exhibition, and we can't thank you enough for this gift to the city, and also this gift to expanding imagination. Congratulations on your gala.
Hi, I'm Tracy Holmes, president of the board at Intuit. I am so proud to join tonight's Visionary Ball, celebration of outsider art and artists. We are also celebrating our members who have supported us so generously throughout the year. Thank you, and say it with me, we are Intuit.
Hi everybody, this is Edward Gomez in Tokyo, Japan, where I'm spending a pandemic summer I'm wishing you all the very best in Chicago with Intuit's Gala Visionary event this year. Sorry that I can't be with you in person as I was last year to present the award to John Mazels of Raw Vision. Congratulations on all the work you've done despite great obstacles this year, and may you continue to have much success with your programs, with your ambitious educational work, all of which is very important. I love you, I miss you, and I hope to be in Chicago very soon. Bye.
Hi, I'm Cara Zimmerman, head of Outsider Art at Christie's and past Trendsetter awardee. I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate Intuit on being such a powerful force for self-taught and outsider art and artists and remaining at the center of this universe.
Hi, my name's Fahim Majid,
And I'm Lashana Jackson.
and this is my Trendsetter Award. Congratulations on another amazing year into it. I'm so proud to be a part of this amazing legacy. I'm totally into it.
We're into it.
Hi, my name's Tanetta Cayenne, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Black Ensemble Theater. And I'm also one of Intuit's newest board members. I'm a longtime supporter of Intuit because I believe in Intuit's cause and mission. And I'm so excited to be just a small part of all the great things to come.
Hi, I'm Scott Lang. I'm a founder and a director of Intuit and head of the Intuit Capital Campaign. Intuit rocks. I'm into it, and you should be into it too.
Hi, I'm Susan Bearwald, co-owner of Just Folk with Marcy Carsey, and a big fan of Intuit. I support their programs and their wonderful things, and I think that Deb is doing a wonderful job. Thanks so much, and I'm into it.
Hi, it's Jeffrey Wolf,
It's Jeannie Wolf.
and we're here up in the mountains of Maryland, and we want to wish Intuit a happy past, present, and future.
Happy birthday to Intuit.
I'm into it.
And I'm into it.
Good evening. I'm pleased to be a part of Intuit's Visionary Ball and celebration of its 29th year. As we all create new ways of working, making, and interacting in these challenging times, a few things remain the same. The power of art to influence our way of seeing the world, the importance of staying true to our inner compass, and the urgent need to support places and programs that matter. I've been a member of Intuit for the past 25 years, and over that time, I've been involved within the field of self-taught and outsider art as a curator, a doctoral student, and a professor producing exhibitions, conducting research, publishing, and teaching. When I think back over those 25 years, I realize that it's the personal relationships and experiences that have been the most memorable and meaningful. I recall laughing with Mary Ann Petway at the Gee's Bend Quilting Collective in Alabama while she simultaneously told stories, hummed a song, and stitched 8 long lines of thread through dense fabric, and she never skipped a beat while doing it all. On a hot day in August, Pearl Fryer in Bishopville, South Carolina, explained to me how he developed a trenching method to keep weeds out of his topiary garden. A year later, he graciously gave a full tour of his 2-acre property to a busload of my students. One fall, George Widener met me at my university's library and shared a sketch of a magic circle while explaining his fascination with dates. We spent over 2 hours talking about his life and new ideas for even more complex artworks. Likewise, collectors have kindly offered their time and expertise. I remember that long day with Bill Arnett, at least 6 hours walking through his Atlanta warehouse brimming with paintings by Thornton Dial, sculptures by Lonnie Holly, and other artworks by Mary T. Smith, Ronald Lockett, and Purvis Young. Bill paused before each work, noting its symbolism while expressing his personal admiration for the artist. More recently, Chicago collectors welcomed me into their homes and shared their prized Henry Darger artworks, among many other countless pieces. While I was developing the exhibition for Intuit called Betwixt and Between, Henry Darger's Vivian Girls, I so enjoyed their hospitality and this rare opportunity to see the art up close and personal. I'm involved in this field because the artwork fascinates me. Outsider art poses intriguing and difficult questions that challenge conventional modes of art historical interpretation. As a scholar, I enjoy tackling these challenges. It's been my good fortune that I have met artists, collectors, and museum professionals that are accessible and more than willing to share their stories and experiences. Some have even become good friends. And I found Intuit early on in my career. I continue to support Intuit because it is a forerunner in what I see as an inclusive shift in the field of outsider art. In particular, Intuit is leading an effort to support under-recognized individuals and artists through programs and exhibitions. Likewise, it is dedicated to engage and educate audiences from all backgrounds. Intuit understands that art is a gateway to empathy and transformational change, and that looking for connections in the art is so much more valuable than noting differences between the so-called inside and outside of the art world. Today, we realize that artists referred to as outsiders reside in our neighborhoods and in our communities. They are not physically or metaphorically located elsewhere in an abstract notion of distance. Like other trained artists, they use their art to speak truth to racial oppression and socioeconomic disparity, to express cultural ties and family traditions, to proclaim religious convictions, and to express joy and hope for a better future, among many other things. This is the kind of art that all school children and college students should encounter and think about. It is relatable, real, and affirming. It speaks to a human experience that finds value in diverse ways of understanding the world in which we all live. As a leader in the field of outsider art and an organization working towards creating a more diverse and inclusive place, Intuit finds itself in a position to be more relevant than ever. At this moment, when we keep our social distance while yearning for connection and unity, it seems all the more important to renew our commitment to places and programs that inspire us, that build community, and that we love. Support Intuit. And now a word from the Intuit teens.
When we first started quarantine, I didn't see anyone outside of my family for about 4 months. So for me, it was a lot of just sitting at home, wondering like, when is this gonna be over? And Intuit has allowed me to connect with a lot of people that I probably would have never met.
Intuit Teens is a program that synthesizes the best parts of Intuit. It is a way for us to share the power of self-taught and outsider art to a group of young people who are, beginning their journey either as artists or other types of creative people.
Intuit, you just become the most creative version of yourself ever. Like if you thought you couldn't do something, once you join Intuit, you're just like, oh yeah, I can do this.
At the beginning of Intuit Teens, like 3 years ago, when I started, I feel like I wasn't as confident as what I'm making, and now I'm just trying to make more repetition, like what other outsider artists do, or use new materials. And then since trying and experimenting with that, I just have more broad art style. So I think that's why I've also been just more confident, because I've made more things and they're interesting too.
Intuit Teens is a program, and I would say a model for how museums can develop an audience and develop a creative community of young people who are diverse in every sense of the word, as creators, as residents of the city of Chicago, obviously racially and class-wise.
The Intuit Teens program is such an accepting community of everyone, no matter your race, your gender, what color you are. Just everything. It doesn't matter who you are, who you identify as. Everybody loves everybody for who they are. And I think that's such a special thing. It's such a special community to be part of, because you get to share every aspect of yourself no matter what, and you know that you're just going to be accepted.
The commitment that Intuit puts into these young people means that they continue to want to return, they want to be here after school, they want to make sure that other people know about how wonderful Intuit is, and you can't pay for that. You can't buy that just from anyone. You have to show a commitment to someone, to community, in this case, young people, in order to have that kind of commitment back.
I really enjoyed my time, and I'm going to be really sad when it's over, so hopefully I'll be able to come back here soon.
Thank you for your message, Lisa, and thanks to the UNCA broadcast studio team. There are so many thank yous in my heart because so many extraordinary events occurred this year. Early into COVID, high school senior and Intuit teen Ethan didn't know how he was going to achieve his senior project planned here at Intuit. He and education lead Paula Santos decided he would host an art workshop on Instagram Live instead. You just saw a brief clip of that. I watched as more and more people joined the workshop, and I both laughed and cried while Ethan explained his process of patterning paper dolls after artists Calvin and Ruby Black's life-sized figures. Ethan entered our program as a rising high school freshman, and now he's headed off to college. He sent me a note. Thank you for the past 5 years of Intuit Teens and allowing me a space to thrive, find myself, and experiment with my art. I have some of my best life memories in the program. You embraced all the teens from the start and helped create an environment where we felt comfortable to voice our opinions. Wherever I go, I will always have the Intuit community with me. Smiley face. Lisa just mentioned artist George Widener. We planned to host George on site in May for an artist talk. But when COVID happened, we began talking with George about using Zoom. Paula walked him through the setup, they practiced, and then in July, George finally gave his talk from his home in North Carolina, speaking about his life and war experiences, his special relationship with numbers, and his journey from an outsider to a more mainstream informed artistic practice. But he didn't speak to 50 or 60 folks in Chicago. He spoke to more than 80 people across the country and in Europe, and hundreds more will watch the recording on YouTube. With a focus on art and artists from often marginalized circumstances, Intuit is committed to diversity and inclusion, and currently part of a national museum initiative on board diversity. When protests arose this year to condemn racism and the murder of George Floyd, our team members and I, along with board member Cleo Wilson and our diversity coach Cecile Shellman, crafted a statement reiterating our support for Black and Brown, Indigenous, and people of color in our communities and among our artists, staff, and guests. Other organizations also posted Black Lives Matter statements, and some of them drew criticism. What would we hear? One of our museum store vendors sent me a note saying, I was so happy to see your letter. I'm proud to be affiliated, even in a small way, with your museum and its goals. Then, to my surprise, Raw Vision magazine published our statement in its entirety. These responses underscore that we must hold ourselves accountable for living up to our commitment. So what does this mean? We formed a joint staff and board task force. We've onboarded new board members and staff members. They have expertise and relationships that will help hold Intuit accountable to its communities and its commitment. We will examine every aspect of our strategic plan and every activity through that anti-racism lens. I came to Intuit because of my belief that museums, especially this museum, have a role to play in social justice. Intuit is a safe space for all and will move forward as a beacon for change in our community. Now, I'm excited to bring up Gary Metzner, Senior Vice President and Head of Office at Sotheby's, who will recognize our donors and create some fun excitement around additional donations, and he'll be followed by some special messages. Gary.
Thank you so much, Deb. So we are glad that you came to Intuit. I'm very glad as well. And I want everyone to know I'm actually going to hold up my phone because we're really live. I know sometimes it's hard to tell that this is happening, but it is 7:33 and I am standing in Intuit and I have my card. I am a card-carrying member of Intuit, and we are going to raise some important funds. And standing here and looking around this space, I'm looking at works by Joseph Yoakum, and I'm looking at works by Bill Traylor, and it's just the passion, the energy, this museum is so vital. As you heard from Mayor Lightfoot, it's vital for the city, it's vital for all of you. You know how important this is. And so we're gonna take this moment. And normally one of my highlights of the year is to be at the gala and stand in front of you. And I know everyone's they hide their wallets and they try to pretend that they're not there. And then I get you and I get you to raise your hand. Well, this time we're gonna do it virtually. And I want you to take out your phones. I want you to text. You can text to 243-725. You can bid on bidpal.net/Intuit, and we're going to go through all kinds of levels. This is such an important night. So, and you're going to get thanked live if you do this, because I'm standing right here at this moment thanking you. So we're going to start at our $5,000 level, and we're looking for $5,000. And I've got it on the screen that George Wiener is giving $5,000. So we're going to just start to thank everybody, and thank you, George, for your wonderful donation. We want to, Harriet Finkelstein, thank you for your great donation, and we're going to watch these numbers come up, and we're going to raise money for all these great programs that Intuit does. So Harriet, thank you so much. And you know, there's so many different levels to give. You've heard about the teens program. They have been working with teachers. They have gone through this really difficult period and pivoted in a most amazing way, and that's why I love this organization. So let's try $2,500 and take out those phones. I know you're doing it. I'm there with you. Let's thank John Jarrett. Thank you, John Jarrett, for your great donation. You know, last year I think I was in front of about 220 people, and I hear we have over 300 people around the world. So thank you for staying up with us tonight. I know some of you on the other side of the world it is late, so we're going to keep going. And we're going to ask for $1,000. So take out your phone, and I can thank myself, because Gary Metzner and my husband Scott Johnson are going to give it the $1,000 level. I'm so thrilled to do that. Thank you. Good friends, Janet and Craig Duchessois, each separately doing $1,000 donations, great supporters of Intuit. Frank Marquesa, if I'm saying your names wrong, normally, you know, I yell out 235 or 241, but this is a night for names. So Alejandra Rossi, thank you. And Kelly Jones, thank you. My friends, if you're watching, Angela Lustig and Dale Taylor, thank you so much. $1,000. And Deacon Maloney, thank you. Really appreciate it. Fabiola Yep, thank you. Really great. And we've got Julie over here is helping to show me all the names. Oh, there's someone I know. Greg Cameron, thank you so much, Greg. That's fantastic. And we've got, let's see, Marjorie Freed. Marjorie Freed, thank you. We're really thrilled that you're supporting Intuit and everything that they do. And make sure, you know, you can come and since I can talk to you, Claire across the room by appointment coming in. So, I mean, I'm standing here, yeah, so absolutely. Make sure you call and come in and see the great things that are happening here. Josh Feldstein, I hope I said that right, thank you. I got you Marjorie Freed and Greg, and we've got Susan Bearwald, we've got Michael Shapiro, thank you so much. Tracy Holmes, so generous. And I know Janet, Carl, thank you. Supporting Intuit, Janet, and we've got Mel Smith, and there's our co-chair, Stacy Wells. Thank you. Stacy and I went to college together, so we're reliving old times. And My friend David Waliga, thank you again. That's really was one of the reasons that I'm standing here, is you talked about Intuit forever. We've got Judith and Patrick Blackburn, thank you. This is, wait, all right, I've got to say, we just hit 100,000 on our board, so I'm giving you a round of applause. We can hear it in the background. We are going to look for the optimism and all at a difficult time. And oh yes, so oh my God, wait, thank you. So we have a surprise for anybody that wants to do at the $500 level. This great exhibition, Victor Keene, and you always interrupt me. This is why it's fun live. Is going to match at $10,000 all the $500 givers. So we need, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far, we've mentioned 9 people. So I want 10 more of you. Thank you, Ellen Glassmeyer. Thank you, Dean Carr. Keep going, and we're going to have this $10,000 match at the $500 level. I know we're a little delayed, so actually it's probably good that you reminded me, but take out your phones, and I'm going to keep reading your names on the screen. We're almost there to do our match. Oh, thank you, Moira and Andrew Griffin. Thank you so much. That's great. And Sarah Sinkovic and Michael Hardaway. Thank you very much. I see you on the screen. Isn't it nice to type it into your phone and then see your name come up? Robert Larimore, thank you very much. We're very close. I just need 2 more of you to get to the level where we can have our match and have that wonderful $10,000 gift. So I'm still looking for a couple more. We've got my friends Laura DeFries and Steve Rugo, thank you very much. Keep going. Let's see, we've got, is that Jeannie Shields? Thank you, Jeannie Shields. And I think hey, Chris, if you're watching, there's Chris Lamort, thank you so much. I think we just did it. So thank you, Victor Keene, and your $10,000 match up to $114,000. But I don't want that to stop you from giving. The Intuit is so important to Chicago. William Swisslow and Janet Franz, thank you very much. We've got Bobette Ash. We've got Tricia Shaw Brandenburg, Kara Zimmerman, thank you, all the way from New York. Tanetta Kaim, thank you very much. Looking at the screen, thank you, Julie. We've got old-fashioned and new all together, which actually is important. So we've got, and we can give at the $100 level too. So I don't want anyone to be left out. This is, it just feels so good to give, and you'll be a part of this Intuit family. So we've got Deborah and Rick Atlas, and my friend Mary Jane Jacob. Oh, now I'm friends with all of you. Jenny and Jeffrey Wolf, and Cernak, and we've got Diana Letts, we've got Karen Nose Carney, Martha Henry, Kate Curley, Diana Cyril, thank you. Zach Bleicher, thank you, from the Gala I'm doing next week for Edgar Miller. Michelle Woods, and let's see, Catherine Lelick, thank you so much. I think Deb also wanted me to thank George King, right, for that great film on Lonnie, right? That's perfect. It was a wonderful film. Robert Lentz, Charles and Minna Taylor. Anybody else, please feel free to give. You can give all night long. We also want to remind you that we also have a wonderful silent auction that's going to go until 9, right? So we've got the silent auction going till 9. We have, and please, I know some of you, it may be midnight there, maybe 1 in the morning, but you're going to stay up because we are going to thank everybody in a short. Oh, there's Scott Lang and my friend Julie Gustafson. Look, I feel like it really is family, but we're going to thank you all. The people that gave earlier, we're going to thank you on the screen. We've got a message from our co-chairs. Grace, thank you so much. And we also have a message from Senator Durbin. So make sure you stick with us for the rest of the evening. Not a long time to go, but we want to keep raising money. We're up to $116,760. COVID or not, and in difficult times, I think we've just about hit a record, but you can keep giving. So I'm not going to stop, and thank you, and take it away.
Hi, my name is Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, and I am the state senator in the 5th District here in Illinois. And today I want to celebrate Intuit. Intuit is a wonderful place in my district that provides a beautiful, wonderful art experience for people of all ages, ethnicities, backgrounds. It doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome at Intuit. And even now we're celebrating Intuit's Visionary Award winner for this year. And that is Lonnie Holly, a musician, an artist, an educator, a person who has given so much back to so many people. We congratulate Lonnie Holly and we welcome Intuit into our community with open arms.
Hi, I'm Janet Carl Smith.
And I'm Mel Smith, and Janet and I are big fans of Intuit.
In 2016, we received the inaugural Advocate for the Arts Award at the Visionary Ball, and our gift were these wonderful look-alike dolls by Milwaukee artist Della Wells.
So on behalf of Janet and myself, we want to congratulate Intuit on 29 great, important, and significant years, and wish them many more.
Hi, Jenny Siegenthaler and friends here from the Terra Foundation for American Art. We congratulate you, Intuit, for all that you do to celebrate creativity and champion creative vision. You make the world a better place.
Hi, Deborah. Thank you for doing this. I am very happy and honored to be able to say some words to congratulate you and Intuit. My name is Kyoko Lerner. I'm a past recipient of a Visionary Ball Award, and this is very pleasant, and I'm very happy to be able to do this with you. Congratulations.
JZ3 here, and here's to Intuit. I'm still into it.
Hi, I'm Ashley Langley. I want to congratulate Intuit on 29 years of fabulous exhibitions and a beautiful collection. I praise you for celebrating outsider art and ensuring the next generation embrace it as well through the classes and scholarships that you offer. I'm Intuit.
Hi, this is Doug Robson, wishing Intuit a fabulous 29th anniversary, always punching above their weight and doing an amazing job in a very challenging year. I'm Intuit.
Hi, I'm Dana Bouton, and I'm a member of Intuit's Young Professionals Board. I had the opportunity to be our president this year, and I want to thank Intuit for an amazing year. We really enjoyed meeting online to draw together and interact with artists, and I'm Intuit.
Good luck, Intuit.
Hi, I'm Stacy Wells. I'm co-chair of tonight's event. Thank you for the very generous donations. Your gifts tonight mean that Intuit can continue to provide transformational experiences. I'd like to thank my old classmate, Gary Metzner, for being with us tonight. Thank you to the Intuit staff, especially Julie Blake, Christina Stavros, and Claire Fosnot. I'd also like to thank all of the sponsors, Angie Mills, Ashley and Mike Joyce, Victor Keene, Deb Carr and Steve Thompson, Jan Petrie, Joanne Sargent and Seagreen, and Scott Lang, Bob Roth and our corporate sponsors, AV Chicago, Chef Q Abraham, Ravenswood Events, and the Wine Ferry Chicagoland. To meet up with your after-party host tonight, after the next and final message, click the emailed link you received. Bid on the silent auctions until 9 p.m. Central, and you can donate for the remainder of the week, or forever if you want. If you have questions, you can call 312-624-9487. We have one more message from U.S. Senator Dick Durbin. Thank you.
I wish we were all together so I could see everyone's Visionary Ball attire. I want to congratulate Lonnie Holly, the Sandman, on being chosen Intuit's Visionary Artist of the Year. Intuit is such a priceless cultural gem. Intuit is also special because it makes art accessible to everybody. People of different ages and backgrounds, different abilities, different visions. And now with virtual access, Intuit is open to people throughout the world. I'm especially impressed by Intuit's programs for teachers and young people, including Chicago Public School students. Thank you, Intuit, for creating a magnificent space where Chicago's children and people of all ages for that matter, can experience art and imagine a world in which all children are loved and all people enjoy equality. Thank you to all the volunteers and supporters whose generosity helps Intuit to reach so many people. The art and programs at Intuit show what one person can make of another person's cast-offs, and we can make a way out of no way. That's a message we need now.